Hey everybody, this is Squid here. So do you think you have a bad alternator? You think it's not charging? Well, I'm going to show you with one simple tool you can test to see if your alternator is bad. We're going to do what's called a voltage drop down test. This will check to make sure that your connections, your wires are good, all that. Because you just don't want to assume that it's just that it is your alternator. So let's get to it. So when you're doing your voltage drop down test, first thing you want to make sure that your terminals are clean. So if they have those crusties on them, go in and clean them off, your battery terminals off. Then go ahead and check your what your battery voltage is, and that right now we are reading at 12.23. Should be reading 12.6 around there. Like I say, you do this test with a multimeter. You don't need a fancy one, as long as it reads DC and 20 volts. So we have 12.2. I don't remember what I said. 12.22. So we'll go to the next step. We're going to start the vehicle up, and we're going to turn on everything. Okay. Lights, AC, get a load going. So if your battery is charging, your alternator is charging your battery, you should be reading above 14 volts. Let's see what we have here. We are reading at 14.25, which is the alternator is charging. Okay. Now if you're reading like 15, means that's possible you really have a bad alternator. It means it's overcharging. You shouldn't have anything below 13 volts. All that. Next test we want to do, you take your black lead, you're going to hook it up, connect it to your negative, okay? And then what you'll do, you'll find a clean spot on your casing of your alternator. You should read nothing above 0.1. As you can tell, this is reading above at 0.808. I did have a connection where I was above 0.1, like right there. So that can lead me to believe that there's a bad ground connection. But you should never have anything above 0.1. Next area you want to check is your bolt here. Also, like I said, nothing above 0.1. If that is above 0.1, right now I read like 0.02. And you also want to read what your casing is. Next thing you want to read is find a part on your engine block. We'll go over here. Right there we're reading at 0.02. So that's good. So I have one connection where it's reading at 0.1, just over 0.1. So that could tell me that there's a connection bad. So the next step, you want to take your black lead, connect it to your positive. And what we're going to do, we're going to put it right on the stud of the alternator. Now here you don't want to have anything above 0.3. Anything more than that, you know you have a problem. You don't want to check the nut then. See if you're still reading the same thing. Then last, check the terminal. All that. So now, like I said, if you're reading 0.1, or if you're reading higher than 0.1, you want to go ahead and clean your clean all your connections and then retest. The one area I told you that I forgot was test your negative to your chassis. Now, and that should be the same thing as below 0.1. All that. So make sure you have a load on, lights, AC, and everything. If you have where you cleaned all your connections and everything, and your alternator is not charging, then that can tell you that your alternator is bad. Also, you want to do a continuity test between your wires to make sure that that is good. Because if you have a broken wire in there, then you have a problem. Alright, hope this helped a little bit.